You're in that storm. You can't see left, you can't see right, you can't see forward or backwards. And you feel like you're stuck, you're unmotivated, you have a negative mindset, and you don't know which way's up. What about if I told you it all focuses around your faith and your roots? ROOTS, your roots. So guys, this week, welcome back to the Chasing Happiness podcast. I want to talk about faith and being rooted in your thoughts, your process, but better yet, having faith in God. We're not talking religion. Religion is man-made. I'm talking about having faith in God, in what He can provide. Again, not religion. So let's get into it. Guys, we've all been in some type of storm during our lives. We might be in one right now. I know I'm in one somewhat because I've been battling our deal on Bayard Park to get it done and get that project completed, sold off. By God's word and His faith, hopefully by the end of the year, everything will be resolved and we move on. But during this time, for the last 7 months, it's been a financial nightmare. And the only way to describe this is doggy paddling in the middle of the ocean without a life preserver or a boat or anything to that extent. Two things happened here for me. One, I stopped saying, why God is this happening to me? And two, God has grabbed my attention because I got to the point of giving up. Flat out just saying, I'm done. God didn't want that to happen because He's now come back around and He's starting to show me steps where I need to take. One of the steps, and I share this in our FPU class at church, is my company needs to be debt-free. We need to wipe out all the debt. We don't need to use debt, pay cash, and we'll find a way. We have a nonprofit now that can also help. So that's one mission I'm on. The second mission is I want to be completely debt-free. I still have a house payment. I still have a student loan. Those are the things that I'm working on. I want to be completely debt-free because I don't want to be a servant to anybody. I don't want to have to answer. God forbid if something happens, I can just write the check or pay it on my debit card. I've cut all of our business credit cards have been shut off. Zero. Even though they have balances, I've shut them down. We're going to pay them off. We're doing the snowball effect. We're going to pay them off. The same thing I did in my personal life. Cut up all the cards, shut them down, paid them off. But back to the storm. I don't know if you've noticed when many people I interact with tell me that they found God, they found Jesus, or they found their faith is when they hit rock bottom, whether it be financially, mentally, emotionally. Maybe it's an addiction to drugs or alcohol, but they hit rock bottom. That seems to be where we're open to having God and Jesus come into our lives and say, we're ready for you to fill our heart with direction and purpose. Why does it take that? That's the $1 million question that I don't have an answer to. I can somewhat dilly-dally around it and tippy-toe around it for myself. It seems like when my back is up against the wall, I tend to do my best work, and I'm getting out of that mindset. I don't want to have my back up against the wall to say, okay, here's where we're at. This is what we need to do. Staying hyper-focused and being systematic with what I'm doing, especially around my mornings. For the longest time, I never woke up in the morning, had a strict routine. Now it's a strict routine. I get up, I walk moose, I come back, I journal, I read, I put my face in the good book, and then I'll go out and exercise some more, come back, get ready and get ready for work, and then get in the saddle. But the thing that changed is having that quiet time every single morning with God, putting my face into the good Bible, has helped me with being anxious, helping me with being clear on finances and direction, is helping me understand where God is wanting me to go from a journey perspective to serve others. I've been on the face of the earth for 51 years, and I think for 50 of those years, I never realized that the journey was about the service of others. I struggled with that. It was always about me and all the things that I could accumulate. Last time I checked, death rate is 100%. So what's going to happen? One, I came into this world with nothing. Two, I'm going to leave this world with nothing. So why do I want to accumulate things and chase after items that really don't make me happy? They're just a status symbol. But let me back up. Doesn't mean that I can't earn a great living and be able to share that wealth with others through whether it be FPU or helping families buy homes right. Those are all the things that I'm trying to work through as I'm in this storm. And as I start focusing in on the certain items, I always step back, ask some questions to God in the morning when I walk. That's my quiet time. That's 40 minutes of just talking and listening. And I'm trying to learn more to listen than talk. Because ultimately, there's times where you just have to listen. And I'm not just talking about when you're talking to God, I'm talking about people too. We were blessed with 2 ears and 1 mouth. That's a 50% increase. So guess what? We need to be listening more often. So I am focused on that. But the other thing is, I will always ask a question when I'm in a quandary and I don't know which way to go. It's the question I ask, and I just shut up and I listen. It may not come then. It may come in the shower. It may come while I'm working during the day, or it may come while I'm talking to somebody. It may not come for weeks, months, or years. I don't know. But it does come sooner or later. But I can tell you this. While I'm in the storm, I've learned that I have to just give everything to Him. Period. I have to have that faith. It's like getting in an airplane. You have to have faith that you're going to get from where you're leaving to where you're going safely. It's the same thing. We don't have a roadmap. We don't have a crystal ball. The yellow brick road is not put out in front of us. As they say, God's timing is always right on time. Whether we're impatient or not, which I am the number one impatient person, which I'm still working on, we have to take a look at where we're at in this storm. And until we fully give ourselves to God, you're not going to get out of this storm. You created the storm because you didn't follow His word and you weren't in the great book. We all think that we can actually control what we can do. To a very small extent, you can, but the rest of it is faith. Whether you believe that there's a God or a bigger universe, that's up to you. But if you can control everything, then why are you in this storm? Why is this storm eating at you? Why is this storm kicking your butt? Think about that. I just want to throw that out there. What is God trying to shape me into? What can I do differently? What can I improve on? What can I do to help others? Those are the questions I ask myself. Do I get it right every single time? I'm a novice. I'm a beginner in all this. But I can tell you is the positive mindset, having those conversations daily with God, putting my face in the great book, and making sure that I am rooted and connected in faith is starting to change the way I look at storms when they come to me, because that means I need to change. There's something I'm doing wrong and God is trying to get my attention. Before it was woe is me. Now it's what do I need to change? What do I need to work on? It makes me start thinking, getting myself devoted and understanding that I need to have deep roots, and it starts from inside in my heart. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great week. Next week is Thanksgiving. We will put out an episode on Saturday after Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a healthy and happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys on the other side.